Hi guys, I needed to do some last minute Christmas decorations in the house. I hated the way my dining room table looked. I got a paper tablecloth. I wound up putting some old dishes that I had, white. I piled them up with some saucers. And then I piled them up with some bowls. And then once I did the bowls, I was like, let me do something else. Let me add some teacups. So I added the teacups to it. And then I was like, let me think of how I want to do my centerpiece. I had an old vase from the basement that I pulled out. Then I was like, I got some old Christmas wreath. I wrapped it around the vase. Once I did that, I had some old decorations from Christmas from last year. I pulled it out and put it in the vase. Then I added some wine glasses. I was like, maybe the Christmas wine glasses can add some oomph to the table. I had some old ornaments that I had. And I was like, let me see what I could do with these ornaments. So I kept on sizing them up to the wreath. Then I was like, let me try to stick them on the wreath. Once I decided to take the tags off of them and stick them on the wreaths, I wound up sticking it all around the wreath so it could add the table some sort of life with the redness and the greenery. And then I was like, I went around the table. I was like, something else is missing. And I was like, okay, let me look a little bit more and see what else is missing. I was like, let me figure this out. I was like, oh, yeah. So what I did was I decided to add some candy canes to the wine glasses. And I was like, the table is still missing something else. So I looked and I looked and I looked and I was like, let me figure this out one more time. So I looked back and I was like, oh, snap, how could I forget? The table needs some sort of silverware. So I added some silverware to the table and napkins. Of course, you need that. And then I think this was the finishing touches to the table. What do you guys think? I think I added everything I could. I put some gold in there to go with the vase and the red and white to go with the candy canes. And this is basically the finishing touches to something I made out of nothing to finish my Christmas decorations.